tonight, Shively police are investigating a deadly shooting. This happened just before midnight on Clinton Place, about 2 miles from Expo 5, if you're familiar with that. Police found a man who'd been shot. That man later died at the scene. No suspects as of right now. If you have any information, there's a phone number on your screen for you to call. It's the number to Shively Police, 502-930-2SPD.
This morning, Hardin County schools are mourning the loss of a band director killed in a crash. It happened around 2:30 yesterday on the Western Kentucky Parkway in Grayson County. Investigators say 28-year-old Kelsey Dunn was driving in the heavy rain when she lost control, crossed the median, and drove into the path of a semi-truck. Dunn was the director of bands at North Hardin High School. In a statement, Hardin County Superintendent wrote, quote, "Ms. Dunn was passionate about her students and their well-being. She was more than a teacher. She was a mentor and a friend to all she encountered." Counselors will be at North Hardin this morning starting at 10 to meet with students and staff who need support.
Now, that heavy rain also caused some flooding in parts of Jefferson County. What you're seeing right now on your screen is video that we shot from 7th Street Road near Berry Boulevard. You see 2 cars got stuck. When drivers tried to go through, you can see the windshield wipers were still on. The water was so high it covered the hoods of the cars. There's people living in that area told us this actually isn't new. This is something that has become a recurring problem.
It happens every time it's flash flooding. They have to block this off during the winter. They really have to do it because it freezes a lot and it's wrecks and all types of stuff.
We're told no injuries were reported. This morning, many TARC riders are facing the possibility of losing services as the company plans to scale back, reducing the frequency of more than a dozen of its routes.
Tonight, it's hosting a second open house for riders to ask questions. WHAS11's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Addie Hill attended the first meeting last night and heard from some who are already concerned about the changes.
You can't afford a car in today's economy, so we need transit for our employees of work.
Deborah O'Gorman has been riding TARC buses since 1982. She's sad to learn that some of the frequent routes she rides could get cut or reduced. The Transit Authority of River City is facing serious money problems.
I ride 4th Street and 52. 52 is the medical circulator. It's awesome. It's only 35 cents or 30 cents. And it runs every 15 minutes to all the medical places. We ride 72 because I meet people over in Indiana with neurology problems.
Buses 52 and 72 are just 2 of the 19 routes that TARC will be running on a Saturday Plus schedule. O'Gorman is concerned about the medical routes since she and others depend on them.
People don't realize how much Indiana pays for 71 and 72 because the doctors are all over here. The people over there come to our doctors.
TARC leaders say without the cuts, there could be a budget gap as much as $30 million by mid-2026.
The transit agency has been under a financial crisis for years. This week, TARC and JCPS came to an agreement to loan 70 bus drivers to JCPS. The deal saves TARC jobs and will help JCPS in its transportation disaster.
Everybody is on one level glad to be able to help out JCPS. I think it's a relief that you don't see the possibility of these layoffs coming right now, but obviously there's a lot of concern.
TARC's 4 high-frequency routes will remain the same. Number 4 4th Street, 23 Broadway, 10 Dixie Rapid, and 28 Preston Highway. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
This evening's open house is from 5 to 8 at Douglas Boulevard Christian Church. You can also submit feedback to TARC on social media at Union Station or by using the customer care line. TARC's board plans to vote on reduced services and its agreement with JCPS on Friday.
So with all these luxuries and all the money that you've allegedly taken, I'm thinking about $1.5 million in bond ought to be appropriate.
Strong words from a Southern Indiana judge pointed directly at the former Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. Knoll now has a $1.5 million bond and 6 new felony charges, bringing his total to 31. Knoll was in court yesterday on those new charges. One of them is for use of fire department credit cards up until the end of March, which was months after he was arrested. Knoll's attorney argued anyone with access to that account could have made those purchases. The judge disagreed with that, comparing those funds to Knoll's personal piggy bank.
A stable of exotic motor vehicles, a harem of women, at least 3 mansions, at least $3,000 suits, $800 belts, which you get personally delivered, and still seem to think that the Utica Volunteer Fire Department's your personal piggy bank.
If Noel does post his new bond, he could get out of jail on Friday or Saturday. That's when his 60-day contempt of court sentence is up.
World #1 golfer Scottie Scheffler is speaking out about his arrest during the PGA Championship at Valhalla. He told reporters that a week after the tournament, he had a good idea the charges would be dropped, but he only would have considered suing LMPD if he'd had to appear in court.
At the end of the day, that the people of Louisville are then going to have to pay for the mistakes of their police department. That just doesn't seem right. But if it came there, I think my lawyer was more than prepared to use that as more of like a bargaining chip type thing, more than anything.
Scheffler was arrested after driving around traffic and allegedly dragging an LMPD officer. All charges against him were dropped last week.
JCPS says it is planning to double the number of boxes it gives out at bulk meal distribution sites after it ran out in less than 30 minutes on its first day. According to the school district, more than 5,000 bulk meals were given out across its 3 distribution sites yesterday. Now, those bulk meals have enough food in them to feed a child breakfast and lunch for 5 days. Meal distribution is a first come, first served system, and with that, the district says there's really no way to anticipate the need. Distribution will continue Tuesday morning at 10.